I'm going to try to give you an overview of this subject. So there's 3 pages on the article. If you want to forward through the video, you'll be able to see all 3 pages. So there is internet footage, which is on the Flagler County Sheriff's website. There is footage of an incident in a high school where a special needs student aged 17 years of age, and that is 6 foot 6 inches tall and weighs 270 pounds, attacked a teaching aide. This happened on Tuesday. There's footage of the attack. I've seen footage of the attack. Again, you'll be able to find it on the website for the Flagler County Sheriff's office. And it is quite shocking. It is quite shocking. So we see this hulking 270 pounds, 6 foot 6 inches, 17-year-old student, a boy, charge at a teaching aide, a teacher's aide, a woman. Don't know her exact size or anything, but, you know, of average height, give or take, and of slim build. The 17-year-old boy charges at her, knocks her to the ground. She actually flies several feet, quite literally, and then she's launched across the room. She lands head first, and she's immediately rendered unconscious. Does the 17-year-old boy stop at that point? No, he doesn't. We see in the footage that he just continues incredibly aggressively, you know, with speed. You know, he's trying to destroy this teacher's aide. I've used the word destroy. I've not said kill. I've not said murder. I've said destroy. It's like rage. He is being rageful against this woman who he has already knocked over, already rendered unconscious, and he continues to do what he can to hurt her more. So he rails, punches, and kicks all over her body, her head, her torso. It's pretty shocking. Now, there are other teachers and other teaching staff in the vicinity, and some of them attempt to stop the 17-year-old boy. But again, the 17-year-old boy is a special needs student. Did I mention that? I think I did. He's a special needs student. He's 6 foot 6 inches tall. He's 270 pounds. So the other teaching staff or school staff aren't really able to do too much individually. So there are a couple of women that try to stop the boy, but they can't. He's too physically powerful. And no offense, the women are women, you know? I mean, do I need to elaborate? Now, I have seen the footage, but not for a few hours. If I remember correctly, there was one male, appeared to be male. Don't want to claim anyone's gender for them, but there was one person that appeared to be male and actually appeared to be quite muscular. He didn't seem to get too involved. I think he tried to get a little bit involved, but not a great deal. So what am I building up to here? So ultimately, it took 5 staff members in a concerted effort, working together as a team, to stop this 17-year-old boy. They literally sit on him, you know, or kneel on him. They put their weight on him. That's the only way they can stop this boy. He's rageful, you know. And again, watch the video to see for yourself. Now, this article is telling us the response to this incident from a mental health advocate. Now, the mental health advocate is called Sue Urban, and she has a son who is a part of the same class as this 17-year-old boy. And she has made an emotional video on Facebook, Facebook Live. She's made a video, and that's what this article here is really talking about. So this woman, a mental health advocate, Sue Urban, says the following. This is not the child's fault. He is not a threat. This is a mental health issue. This is a problem with our system. The system is broken. That post needs to be removed from the Flagler County Sheriff's website immediately. So she's saying the video needs to be taken down. Why would she say that? Well, because it's causing embarrassment for the 17-year-old boy. she doesn't feel it's appropriate to run the risk of embarrassing the 17-year-old special needs boy. I believe, hopefully I've got this right, but I believe Sue Urban's other son committed suicide. So I would presume she is particularly sensitive to suicide, the potential for suicide, and the difficulties that special needs children face. So, yeah, she explains, again, Sue Urban, a mental health advocate, in her Facebook Live post, she explains that the special wing that the 17-year-old boy is a part of, the special wing of the school, are for children that are not in the general population of the high school. They are separated. The special needs children are separated. They're given different treatments. They are allowed to have access to Nintendo Switches and other comforting devices to help them get through the day. You know, I'm no expert on this. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. Perhaps it's a good idea to give these special needs children means to cope. You know, I don't know. Kind of makes sense to me. But anyway, she says that the 17-year-old is not just a thug. People need to be educated on children that have ESE, exceptional student education. They should also be educated on impulsive aggression behavior, and that most times these children do not understand the consequences of their behavior. That child has mental health issues. He is just that, a child. That teacher, that paraprofessional, should have never been left alone in a situation where she could have been attacked. So the mental health advocate, Sue Urban, says she is sick of these kids being labelled as a threat. And of course, online, the general reaction has been to blame the 17-year-old boy for the harm that he did actually cause. So people are calling him a thug. People are calling him an animal. People are calling for him to be arrested for attempted murder. But Sue Urban, her opinion is that no, this is a child. He doesn't understand. It's the teacher's fault. It's the school's fault. It's the system's fault. There should have been more personnel to look after this 17-year-old boy just in case he did become a violent maniac. There should have been other people, more people to protect each other. So that's her argument. So I'm just going to comment on what she has said. So my comment is, and this is from a point of ignorance, I really don't know anything about special needs children. I really know nothing at all. So this is just a layman's knee-jerk reaction. My feeling is that it's a difficult situation. This is seemingly a very troubled boy, not necessarily due to his own fault. You know, he's got mental issues. The exact nature of that, we don't know, but he's got mental issues, and he's still required to be at school. He's at school, and he poses a threat given his size. But what are you going to do if a child is of a certain size? You're gonna just ban them from school? I don't know. I'm not really being very articulate, am I? I think this is a complicated situation. I understand this woman's empathy for the child. I think it's a little bit inappropriate to blame the system, but maybe not. You know, maybe the special needs students do need to be separated from the general population more thoroughly, more in a more strict manner. I don't know. I guess my inability to be articulate in this matter reflects the fact that this is a confusing subject. It's full of grey area. The boy has mental health issues. That's not good. He is of a way above average size, and that is what it is. And he has committed a heinous act. But I guess, and again, this really is a guess, I guess that given his mental capacity, there's every argument that he can't fully understand the damage he was doing. So what do you do in this situation? Don't know what the answer is. What, you're going to just refuse all special needs children access to schools? Is that one option? Give them entirely their own schools based on the fact that they're special needs and or their physical size? I don't know. It seems like there's no easy answer here. I think ultimately this is a very, very disturbing event, a very unfortunate event. Hopefully the woman will make a full recovery, the teacher. I would think that the boy needs some level of punishment or some level of restraint, but I don't know. I got no idea. So apparently the boy is currently in the custody of the Department of Juvenile Justice. He could face up to 5 years for the attack. Where would he be held? Don't know. Mental health facility, I would imagine. Anyway, there's the video. I know this has been a little bit messy, but I think that's reflective of the nature of the subject, I think. Or maybe I'm just not very good at this. Either way, there's the video. Thank you.